This is the moment now where you, as a sprinter sitting on the last wheel of the Cofidis train here, need to really start being very, very verbal and communicate with your team. If you feel that you're being challenged for position, then you've got to tell the team to pick up the speed a bit and make sure that you don't get swamped. And coming into these corners here is also very vital. You've got to make sure that you get in the line right and block as much of the road as possible, and so that no one else can take the apex. And it's an incredibly difficult moment, this now.
Well, we see FDJ drop their two riders off the front. Cofidis take up the pace. Denain sitting in there as well. You've got Direct Energy getting a couple of riders moving up towards the front, and Fortunaire Vital Concept as well making their move. Sitting in there, Denain have a couple of riders. Everyone at the moment seeming as though they're quite content to hang on to the coattails of Cofidis' train, which is still 6 long with 1.7 kilometers to go. Cofidis continuing to keep very strong numbers out there and dominate the run into the line.
Yeah, looking very, very well organised, Cofidis here, and they're still keeping that formation. Like you said, that's the key, but they are going to get challenged. We've got Sport Flandern coming up, Frances de Jeu coming up here now on the left-hand side in the blue and white.
First Cofidis rider drops out, down to 4 now, out in front as we prepare to take the Flamme Rouge. All teams who fancy the chance of victory here are getting their riders into good position.
This needs to be a long turn on the front here now. Just got under the kilometre to go banner, and they need to keep this going.
So far being very well controlled by Cofidis, dominating as they expected to. Frances de Jeu sitting in there. Arnaud Demar, the second of their two riders, sitting just one back on Nasser Bouhanni. Bouhanni sitting at the back of that Cofidis train. Cofidis about to go down to 3 with just over 500 metres to go. At present, they are dominating it in the way they did with Paris Camembert and setting it up perfectly for Nasser Bouhanni, perhaps to pick up what would be the 3rd victory in this race. 3 to go, and now the lead out for Arnaud Demar. Arnaud Demar just moves past Bouhanni, not put the hammer down yet. We've got riders coming up on the right-hand side. Demar doesn't want to get boxed in. Bouhanni's leaving it very late indeed. Demar comes sprinting through Bouhanni. Has Bouhanni left it too late? Demar's going to hold on and take this. Demar for victory. A superb result, brilliantly timed by Frances de Jeu, and Arnaud Demar picks up his 2nd win in the Grand Prix de Denain. And Nasser Bouhanni, after seeing his Cofidis team lead him out almost to perfection, will be bitterly disappointed he didn't do better there.
I think Bouhanni actually just stayed on his teammates for too long. It'd be interesting to see a replay of it, but it certainly looks like Jeffrey Zoop doesn't have the legs to take him up to where he needs to be, and Bouhanni just waited until he had a good 10 riders come past him already. He needed to step onto the wheel.